I'm Jesse May, and ain't we got fun? 12 of the best poker players in the world, and tantrums and tears are given way to chatterings and fears. Everyone trying to climb aboard and get in those top places, or else they won't make the final table. Let's have a look at how the league standings are turning out. 8 matches have been played of the 12-game season, and at the end, the red zone goes straight to the final table. Players in the purple zone are in the playoff zone, and in the pink zone, relegated straight out of the league. It's not just where you finish, it's how many points you get as well. Points are converted to chip totals at the final table. The ladies have put in some great performances of late. Vicki Koren and Liz Liu right in contention, and Kirill Gerasimov has pulled himself out of the cellar. But it's D-Day for the Devilfish, Roland, Wolfe, and Ian Fraser. The pool is 6 feet deep, and it ain't gonna get any easier. Players fueling up for tonight's game, and it's out with the arithmetic when figuring out the game plan. Remember, it's not just about finishing first. Points awarded for every place. 0 for 6th, but then up the top 3 places worth the money. 8 points for first, 6 for second, and 3 points for third. If players are level on points at the end, their highest finishing positions will be compared. It's all happening at the zoo. Monkeys, tigers, lions, perhaps even an orangutan or two at this table. And all to play for with 4 matches left. Kenna James, who do you think is going to be driving the action tonight?
Lions and tigers and bears, oh my. Hee-haw! We're down to the last 4 matches, Jesse May, and it is getting hot in here.
Especially for the Devilfish Elliott right there, who, you know, may have had a couple of rocky start, but the last 2 matches he's played pretty much great poker and got nothing to show for it. 3 players on this table right now in the relegation zone. Of course, Roland Wolfe in that spot as well. And guys like him, the Devilfish, and Ian Fraser, they pretty much have to win today. It's been like this the whole Premier League tournament, that guys have just gone out and tried to grab those chips early, but yet the guys who have stayed back and sat tight, like Juha, Helppi, Vicki Koren, Eddie Sharf, they're the ones with the points.
Yeah, there's a lot to be said for early round discipline.
And yourself as well.
Yeah, except for that last heat where I changed my strategy. It didn't quite work out. I finished in last. Look at this hand now. We've got quite a hand developing here. Yeah. Roland with the pocket 9s. Vicki Koren, 2 4s. Wow, the fish with ace-king, and now Kirill with pocket 8s. Yeah. We're going to see some fireworks here.
Is there any reason that Kirill might fold? He's folded it. What is Roland going to do?
Oh, it's cast.
Well, first it's to Ian. He folds. Yeah, Roland is not afraid to splash some chips, so he's in there. That should probably also bring Vicky in. I expect to try and flop that, set, but she elects to fold.
Let's do it.
It's a nice fold by Vicki Koren there.
Pair of 9s against the ace-king, 2 other pocket pairs out. And this table ain't big enough for both of these players.
Yeah, there seems to be a lot of bravado out there, Jesse. Good point as we go to the flop.
It's the fish's hit.
He sure has hit it square in the jaw. Top pair, top kicker, action to Roland. He checks it.
Kirill Gerasimov would probably have taken the fish out of this tournament at this stage.
Wow. But a long call by Roland Wolfe as the fish with a little swagger splashes 12,000 in the pot.
It's only 1 overcard for Roland. Can he get away from these?
Yes, but it's more than an overcard, Jesse May. It's a king. If you have a pocket pair, you're really afraid of an ace or a king coming, and you're staring it in the face. And if it walks like a duck, talks like a duck, does a duck talk? It usually is a duck.
This could be the end of Roland Wolfe.
Wow.
He either has to get away from these now or never, right?
Yeah, I mean, he is being put to the test here early by the fish. Will he pass it?
And Wolfe has to know that his tournament's on the line here.
Anyway, flops a set on me. Oh, damn. Must be a pair of 9s.
Well, I think this talking by the fish is going to go against him.
KJ, he just called Roland's hand. How did he know?
Well, he knows that an eights would have been a set, and he would have already responded from Roland. So it had to be higher than eights. And probably would have re-raised with jacks, so he narrowed it down to probably 9s or 10s, and then it was a 50-50 guess from that point on.
This is probably the biggest decision that Roland has faced in this Premier League up to this juncture.
Yeah, it should be an easy decision, except for what's going on underneath the skin. You know, you feel like you're being pushed around and bullied around, and, you know, sometimes ego, bravado gets in the way and clouds your judgment. And I think that's what's happening here.
But, Kenna, from a rational point of view, the Wolfe just has to lay these down?
Yes, you know, Roland makes, you know.
God, he's reaching.
It is. It looks like he is going to make a play at this pot. And this has, you know, no, yeah, he does.
He's called it!
Wow.
He can't, how can he get away from it on the river? The fish is going to take him for everything.
Don't put a 9 over.
Wow, it's like the fish is looking right, you know, underneath the glass.
Check.
Well,
I'm all in.
All in. Pass.
wow.
Wow.
That's why you're not to mess with the fish. I always get good in about the first 20 minutes, don't I? But this should be just a 20-minute match. It should just be 10 hands of poker, that's it, finished. Well, champ.
Dave Devilfish only in. What kind of game has he brought tonight, Kenna? The A game?
Oh, well, I don't know, but he should know that it's ever the quest of a man to, you know, go the entire distance.
I don't want to talk about any bad luck whatsoever. I'm going to have really positive vibes when I go in there today. I've had 2 hours sleep, so usually I'm at my best, you know. I'm like a vampire, you know. If I don't get sleep, I was out last night drinking and stuff. We went around London, so I'm at my most dangerous now, baby. I had 2 hours in the coffin, jumped straight out, I'm ready. Because you're my pal.
Strong start for the Devilfish, and doesn't he need it? If he gets knocked out first or second, he can virtually kiss this Premier League goodbye. Really needs a top 3 finish. Mind you, Roland de Wolfe's in about the same spot. The difference is Roland likes it. But look how focused the Devilfish is. He's definitely up for this one. This is when you see him at his best.
5,000, must have about a 10 jack there, huh?
The limp in from Roland doesn't mean much, or is that what the fish is thinking?
Maybe suited. I've come in.
Well, now Juha with king-queen suited, and he's in the action as well. We go to the flop.
This is trouble here for de Wolfe.
Check.
Sure is. It's gonna no. Plus he's on a short
5,000.
stack. This is gonna be very hard for him to get away from here.
Called.
Fish has got bottom pair, excuse me.
Right, and with the flush draw out there, I think Juha is probably gonna put some heat on this pot.
Raise. 20,000 more re-raised. All
Quick all in from Roland de Wolfe. This could be the end of Roland de Wolfe in the Premier League. If Juha calls, and he has to, it's a very small raise.
Right. If this hand holds up, this would leave Roland de Wolfe with no points and exiting in
Now you have to
6th
call.
place.
You have no choice.
I know. I call.
10 jack of spades, yeah?
21,000 more. Juha's announced call, and out-kicked is de Wolfe, and out the door. He's only got 7 points. If he doesn't catch the 4, that's all he'll get.
Yeah, not so fast, Jesse May. 4. He still has 2 cards to come.
Under the gun, king 4. Very good.
Yeah, that's how you win them braces, huh? Wow.
To the turn we go.
They probably catch the 4, though. Let's not say too much.
That's changed
The
nothing.
10. Nope. 1 card left in this heat for Roland de Wolfe. If it's not a 4, it is a 3.
Oh, baby.
Good game. Good luck.
See you later, man.
De Wolfe's out.
Wow.
11 hands on his
He
bike.
tried to be a hero, and now he's a 0.
Gone is Roland de Wolfe.
The bagel, and it just remains to be seen. if he's mathematically out of this, or if he can try and win his last heat and slip into the playoffs.
Under, then he could have aces, ace king, whatever. Like,
But you know what?
Juha Helppi said he was going to be the one to show Roland the door. He did, and now Helppi's the chip leader here, KJ. The other players have picked up a point by folding.
I had to gamble to get the points, really. Left with no choice. I can't come third. It just wasn't good enough. So I came out all guns blazing, and the deck went against me, and I didn't play near my best. I played badly today.
Oh, what a surprise.
OJ there not getting too much play this evening. Just the fish.
You gotta have your vitamin C.
Small blind out.
You know, you need some energy, some strength to deal with the pressure and the heat. And Vicki Koren
Pass.
waiting for a hand to go all in. Doesn't find it there. The fish was 7-4. Shows some discipline by not playing that mitt.
Playable from the button there.
Call.
Limp in.
Call.
The variation play.
Well,
Check.
not quite sure how he's thinking here. He's gonna try and make a hand. Doesn't want to get moved off his hand by Juha, who he figures will
Checked.
give him any reason to play at the pot.
Check.
Oh, it's an interesting flop. Flush draw for Gerasimov, but 2 pair for the Razor Fraser. And how will Ian play this? It's bet 10,000 from Gerasimov. Check raise?
Well, I would think so, since there's a flush draw
Call.
out there.
Is this a
But
break
Pass.
after this?
he elects to flat call. You know,
Danger, isn't it?
it really is. You know, slow playing usually backfires unless you have a real monster.
He's checked in the dark. Gerasimov can either take a free card or hit a flush and perhaps bust in.
And this is a perfect situation for Gerasimov, at least from the situation of being behind, because now he's going to get the free card. I'm sure he's going to take it.
You know what? I knew you was going to say.
All
He's
in.
gone all in.
I knew
Wow.
it.
Ian's got
I
him.
just had a really funny feeling.
Well, I'm wrong again.
You might
I
be
guess
getting
that's why
caught.
I'm up here in the booth.
Well, Ian's trapped him. Ian has trapped the Russian.
Real
He's either
funny
trapped
feeling,
him or
yeah.
trapped himself. We still got a river card to go.
But
And Ian still has to make the call. I'm
Well,
sure he will here
what's
with
he
2
thinking
pair.
about? He beats everything.
He's thinking about the points. You know, it's more than the pot. It's more than the money. It's about the whole tournament series is on the line right now for Ian Fraser.
I don't think when you slap my bomb, that's great.
But I mean, KJ, I mean, there's not very many hands Gerasimov could have here. I mean, maybe he's got a big pair or something. What is Ian thinking Kirill has?
Just want to make sure he doesn't have 3 tens, probably a hand that, can
okay
beat him
on
at
that
this moment. A set,
You got that
as unlikely as it is, a set of 3s, set of 10s.
wanna see this?
And he's looking at Kirill because, this is an out of character play for Kirill. And I
Can't
think,
be that big.
to put him on a move here is out of character. So that's why he's just taking his time.
Yeah,
I'm sure he's going to call.
It's too big a bet to be
Well,
something that beats 2 pair.
Well, certainly Kirill
Unless you got a
has needed
big
to step up
overpay,
his
then
aggression.
you're
He's
fighting
just
me catching a
done
card.
it here at the,
It's the only thing I can
unfortunately
think
for
of.
him,
You
at the
make
wrong
that.
time.
I think Ian's talking it out very well here.
Oh, cool. Come on.
Call.
And Kirill is going to need a
Come on, I'm calling
spade,
you.
and a spade only.
Fraser's called. He's right. Gerasimov still drawing live to a spade. But this is big news for the Razor Fraser, and it's going to set Gerasimov back. River. The Razor.
Get in there.
2 pair.
Wow.
What a chunk he's taken out of the sound, man.
What? I can't work that out all in. There's nothing in there. There's 30
Well,
chips in
now
there.
Ian Fraser acting like he's upset over a development of scooping a pot worth over 200,000.
Ian Fraser has made a massive impact on TV poker in the past few years. He's won the UK and European Open titles and become one of the most feared players at this 6-seater format.
There's 2 approaches to this game. You can come out from the blocks like a raving nutcase, raise everything that's moving, hope to pick up a couple of premium hands in between, and more often than not, you'll get called when you've got the premium hands. The other way is sit tight for 1.5 levels, and then start playing hands after that. You know, maybe play a couple, then sit tight again, and then when the chips are big, start pushing them in. If you sit down at a table with some players that you're frightened of, you're never going to win. You've got to believe in your game, you've got to have a strategy in your mind before you even sit down to play. Try and pick up as many bits of information on the players you're playing before you sit down, and just believe in yourself and get out there and do it.
Everybody's still in this match. You know, nobody's going anywhere quite yet. The blind's still at 3 and 6,000. Kirill under a little bit of heat with his stack of 71. Everybody else right about par or above. We started with 100,000 each.
Pass. Pass.
Remember, those yellow are 1,000, the blue 2,000. Those red, as you can see, the few that sit on top of Juha's stack there, are 5,000.
It was a bit of a variation play there from Juha. He put his sunglasses down before he looked at his cards.
Raise 11,000 more.
I thought he was just going to call, you said.
Raised.
Well, then it changed.
Well, why did it change like that?
Because you raised and...
How much is it? Solo. Why didn't I see
This filly has a lot of guts, doesn't she?
I can't risk seeing a flop against you. You're too good.
You frightened they outplay on the flop, huh?
Basically, yes.
Yeah, I know. I frighten myself sometimes.
80,000 more if you wish.
Is that all 80,000? Only 80,000. Suspiciously cheap.
Devil
Why
does
didn't I
suspect
just
larceny.
see a flop? What a prick. What a prick them three guys are. What are you laughing at?
The Devilfish looking for a hat trick, I think he says.
Or can I
Well,
count quietly?
The answer is that if he
That's 40.
calls Vicky and loses, he'll have only 16,000 left. She's
40.
asking him a question for really his tournament.
What, you got a shitty little ace? Maybe. Got an ace 5 or something.
I mean, Kenna, with the Devilfishes standing in the league tables, I just wonder if Vicky showed him his hand. He still might not be. I mean, it's a very tough spot for him. He can't afford to get just 1 point here. It'd be the end of the Premier League for him.
What's in that pot? 10. Unlike some people, Phil, I don't want to get it in with a waist down and try and get lucky. Show me now. Show me, we're friends.
I'll show you one of them.
Well, no, that's not. What's that?
Oh, you can guess the other card.
Right? Or an ace, right?
Wow!
One or the other.
He
Which one
guessed
or the
it.
other? Which one was it?
I can't give you any information.
No, but it's a big difference to me.
Well, exactly.
No, it doesn't make any difference. I'm joking. Either way, I mean, I've got a king 10. I wish I'd have seen a flop. I know that.
There's not much in it, I'll say that.
What a sucker I am now.
Tell you what. Well, Vicki Koren seems to need to dust off about 50,000 chips, Kenna, before she gets her game shoes on, but she's got them on now.
Wow. She is like, at times in a track meet, and at other times, you know, standing still. Now,
You don't know what to do, do you?
I wanted to have a bit of a rest.
You want to have a bit of a rest?
I do.
You want to have a sleep over this?
No, but
We're playing poker here.
no, I have to rest. Hang on.
I want to have a bit of a rest. Get your slippers on. Go and have a rest.
oh my goodness.
Raised to 19,000 total.
The Devilfish telling her to go get some slippers and have a rest.
Smoke and a rest. Please.
No, I just wanted to not play a couple of hands. You know.
Well, sometimes the cards won't let you do that. I mean, I just can't do that. I try.
Gerasimov's got her beat.
Wow.
It's looking very grim for the old fish, I'll tell you that.
Can Kirill snuff this
No
out?
luck whatsoever.
What does he put Vicky on?
Total.
Marty, this tea's cold.
This is
Well, Kirill trying to make a decision for
Oh, here
his
in a
tournament life, and the fish worried about the temperature of his tea.
You look after my limo driver.
I mean, KJ. Well, I was going to say, depending on how Kirill's feeling, he might have made an argument for any of 3 plays, but he's chosen the right one, and maybe that's what makes him great. Certainly a good start, anyway.
How much is that?
Wow, and the suits may just lure Vicki Koren into a call here because her hand is suited sometimes. You know that. No, it's only a 3% differential when your hand is suited to unsuited, and but some people feel like it's a lot more and are lured into
better hand than me. There's only 5 of us.
into the pot.
She's right.
Vicky covers Kirill by about
52 more.
52 more.
about 40,000.
52 less bit.
Cool.
Yep.
Call.
I've got an ace.
Come on, let's see. There's 10.
Well, Kirill is going to be very pleasantly pleased.
That's horrible.
You know, when you move in and
That's
get
horrible.
called and ace-10 is best, you know,
You're right,
it's
should have rest.
fireworks go off.
Well, Gerasimov well, he's way ahead here, but he does got to survive 5 cards, and he's all in. And if Gerasimov gets knocked out here, it could be the end of his Premier League. Anything but a 9 for him. And spades.
Wow.
Damn, you've got a million. No, a 4 splits it, a spade wins it, a 9 wins it. Damn, you're nearly favourite, baby.
It's an ace. Now, any card above a 10, and Coren will split. Any spade, she wins.
Favourite now.
Wow. To the river we go.
Any card bigger than a 10, it's a split. Any spade.
It's
Have to look
a
3
6.
times. Gerasimov wins.
Wow. I'm sorry, I said wow like 8 times in that last hand, but he dodged some bullets there, as Phil Hellmuth would say, and I'm sure he is. As you see, he wrings his hands in relief.
It was too respectful, that call. I thought you might not have a hand.
He's got to have a hand because you're getting 2 to 1 on your money, so he knows you're going to call him, so he had to have a hand.
And Coren, she gained a bit of chips and has gotten them
Couldn't have had a pair of
wrenched
5s.
away again.
It's their fault.
You can't expect me to
It's their fault
rubbish
for
on
not.
those grounds.
They should have rigged the deck, so I won a few points. It's their fault.
All in from Vicky.
All in.
Oh, Vicky, I don't really want to find out. You're not what Vicky. Oh, unbelievable. I didn't find out.
Pass.
And it's about 34,000, KJ.
Well, look at this. Ian now with ace-6 may give an obligatory call here.
28,000 more.
It's 28,000 more. He could be allured into calling, knowing that Vicky is looking for, you know, any opportunity to move in.
Apart from that time, right?
But those are valuable
Took them
chips.
off me and give them back to him.
Sorry.
Yeah. Exactly.
Wow, he's called a.
Yeah.
He got head up against Vicky, and she's in very good shape. Fraser now
In fact, you've got him in.
ruined this.
We go to the flop.
Whoa, look at that.
Great flop for Vicky.
She's way out in front now. So we go to the turn.
Surprised that Ian Fraser called that.
What about a black 5?
Completely honest.
Wow. And that's going to do it. That's going to tie it up. Vicki Koren doubles up with 8s full of aces. Still in the match and still fighting.
I might not look like most people's idea of a serious poker player, and I find it very hard to talk like one. All that alpha male, I'm the greatest stuff. But I've won a lot of money playing poker, and I know what I'm doing.
9 matches into this Premier League, and the soup has thickened. The pressure's hit the roof. This is where it makes or breaks, and the stars have their backs to the wall.
Today's the most important game that I've played, I should imagine, or will play in this event, because I know I've got a game in hand on everyone, but I definitely need points here.
The point system in this tournament makes the middle stages quite an edgy ride. I'm, I think, 4th out of 12 at the moment, but if I want to finish 4th or in the top 4 and be in the final, I need a win or a 2nd place. And if I have 2 bad games now, I could still be in the bottom 4 and be relegated, so it's a bit tense.
Today it's a really important day for me. Last time I didn't get many points, only 1, so now I'm in a need to get some points to secure my top 4 place.
I'm having no negative vibes whatsoever. Positive today. I'm running so good I can't believe it. I'm so lucky. It's unbelievable. I'm going to go and whoop them.
Chips running round and round this table. It's naked desperation out there. Doesn't feel good, but it sure is fun to watch. Juha says, I don't have enough chips to pass here. Well, not those, that's for sure.
No, he's found a hand.
Raise all in.
Ship them. And Vicky's found the jacks.
I did warn you, you are, baby. You just didn't listen to me, did you?
It's just not just.
Well, she
Yeah.
thinks she has him probably more dominated than she does. It's going to be a coin flip situation.
Yes, King. I
A
got
race
4
down the
seconds. I thought
backstretch, the filly against the stallion.
Yeah,
I keep pointing hands against. There's nothing in it this time.
the good news for Coren, of course, she has plenty of chips back.
Yeah. She says there's nothing in it. I think Juha might disagree with her. His tournament heat on the line. We go to the flop. It's a king.
And I don't think there's anybody at the table happy about that development. Juha, with the big points, they'd like to see him get knocked out.
Diamonds would be an interesting.
But he's
Right.
strong right
Queen
now.
or a diamond?
He certainly is. Now, only a jack will eliminate Juha Helppi. Otherwise, he will double up and be right back in the match. It's a
How
10.
much does he want?
He's going to want 57,000, vaulting him back over the $100,000 watermark, and that just tightens it right back up. Wow, nobody going anywhere.
Sure does.
Woo-ha!
Every hand will have deep implications for the league table.
And remember, each point means another 10,000 to your starting stack on the final, should you make it. Vicki Koren, the ladies, once again, pocket queens.
Only 50.
Only 50.
Only 50.
Makes it 50. The blind 7 and 15, so a little more than 3 times the blind. That's going to be at least 50% of most of the players' stacks. So, and look at this.
Wow.
The Cowboys from Gerasimov. This is what he's been waiting for, all the heats he's played is a situation like this.
And it's the first time he's found something like this,
Only
pair
2
over
queens this time
pair.
for Vicki Koren. She's slumming it.
Wow.
2 kings. Wow. I'll tell you what, this is like unbelievable.
That's lovely, isn't it? That's marvellous. How much is the raise?
Lovely marvellous.
41,000.
41 more.
Wow.
Bloody hell.
Well, you,
Desperately unlucky for
That
Vicky.
is really
well, you haven't lost it yet. I
horrible.
mean, you have got a bit of a...
This will empty her out. It is Gerasimov all in,
How much more?
but
And-
big pot right now.
And Kirill,
Well, I haven't got one.
no excitement there. It's like the statue of David.
41.
It's as if Michelangelo has chiseled out a poker player named Kirill Gerasimov. Looks very concerned, in fact, as we go to the flop.
There you go, look, straight away. Nothing.
3-3-4, no danger there.
No, this is the equivalent of Caesar addressing the Senate here for Gerasimov.
No, this wasn't meant to be today.
Oh, baby, you've come back from less than that.
Deuce.
Shoot,
Vicki
that
Koren
nation,
looking
very
for a
short straight.
queen, otherwise she's back to the short stack once again. Wow, the emotional roller coaster for these players. It's a 5, that's
no
it.
danger whatsoever. Not a count,
My
over
kingdom
6.
for an ace on that board.
Kirill will double
What a
up,
sweet that was, isn't it?
and you can see the pain
got a few
right there
missiles for the
on
tank.
Vicki Koren's face.
Well, I'll tell you one thing about this table. There's going to be
Wow.
plenty of sympathetic ears.
No,
Yeah,
but-
you know, her cries for some sympathy
That's okay.
and no empathy from Juha Helppi, just a dish or a spoon of reality right back at her.
And Vicky's down to 30,000. She's going to lose that 22 of that 30 the next 2 hands. Doesn't she have to play anything reasonable here? She's trying to figure out
Okay. Good enough.
what the right strategy is. Enough, she says.
How good's that? Lovely.
Oh,
All in.
I'll take her on, says Ian Fraser.
wow. You got to feel for Vicki Koren here. You got to sense that this may be it. We've waited so long,
Great.
You got 2 live cards. This is about as sweet as it
but
can
nobody
be.
has bent, or they've bent and haven't broken. So maybe fortune will find her
Not
here.
bad shape. No, it's not very
Vicky on the
nice.
verge of only
Probably
taking 1 point out of this league
Probably about
fixture.
46,
She needs a
yeah, it's not
king
that big
or
a
a
deal.
5.
The flop
Yeah,
6-9-8
7,
gives her a
king,
few
all
more
five
outs, a
would be nice
7, a
for you.
5, or a king to stave off elimination
Number 3.
for Vicki
We don't
Koren.
seem
We
be
go
able
to
get
the
rid of
turn.
anybody, so you're probably going to catch it. What,
It's
you
a
mean like that
7.
one?
Wow.
See what I mean
Wow.
about you when you get your money in there? You are a bit lucky, baby.
And Fraser now only has 2 cards in the
This is a
deck
joke,
to split the pot.
To be fair, I haven't
Or
been incredibly
7 to
lucky
be
with
exact, a
that.
5 or a 10.
This is an incredible
To be fair, you stand up
development.
last time. There's
A
king,
meaningless
just in
king
case,
on the
just
river.
in
Vicki
case.
Koren staves off elimination.
Ace Queen's shitting it. No, Ace Queen's just lost every time on this table. With Ace
Ian
Queen,
Fraser now on the short stack with only 54,000.
Ian Fraser had been rocking and rolling. He had about 200,000 at one point in this heat.
He can wait, I mean.
He's
There's a lot of low stacks here. Don't go
looking for anything reasonable right now.
Well, this is a very
If you make it 50, you
strong
gotta call me.
strategy position now between Vicky and Ian.
Good luck to you, David.
Yeah, I said to you.
I can't throw it away.
I'll talk them all out. I'll talk them all out.
And Vicky not wanting to wait for Ian to make a decision. Is going to make one herself. Move all their chips in with the King 5 of diamonds.
Fish said call. He's got Vicky covered, but what's he got?
Don't cry until you lose, baby.
can't quite
you
see
just
it,
took King
Jesse.
5 and beat me.
It must be an ace.
That's my money in there, right? Oh, no, that's
King 5 might be her lucky
even get the
hand,
train
though.
off the station.
And if the fish should lose this one, watch out.
Wow, Fish has got the ace king.
He does. Big slick against King 5 of
By the
diamonds.
way,
She's going to
I
need
mean,
a
I want all
5 or
these
diamonds to,
Anybody, both of you passed 2 diamonds?
you know, diamonds are a girl's best friend.
This is big stuff.
It is 10-10-7. No help for Coren. We
An
go
eight.
to the turn.
An ace would end it.
King 10.
King as well.
I want King 10. That's what I'm
Is that all you want?
A 9.
Dear.
Vicky Koren down to a 5, or that will be it. She will be out in 5th place with 1 point. It's an 8.
All right. Nice hand,
Sorry.
David. See you later.
I need the points more than you, baby.
16 before this league fixture. Vicky Koren now with 17. And as far as the Devilfish is concerned, this is his chance.
I'm not very happy. You very rarely see me in a bad mood after a poker tournament because I'm a very philosophical person. But this one, with 5 people at the table, jacks against ace king, queens against kings, I feel like I've been in a fight. And I'm not very happy.
When this heat started, Roland, Kirill, and the Devilfish all needed results. The way it stands right now, the Russian and the Fish are on the verge of doing just that. Meanwhile, Vicky has to face the sharp teeth of the green room.
What am I supposed to do? There's 5 people at the fucking table. Jacks, queens, I'm going to throw them away?
I wouldn't throw them away by his card.
You would throw them away? I had queens, he had kings. I had jacks, he had ace king, and a king. I just... Normally, I always leave thinking it doesn't matter, it's fun, but this time I could just...
Sometimes this game can hurt. This might be enough for Fraser to ship him. It is.
It is. Queen 9 again. And Helppi now with ace 9 suited behind. I'm sure he's going to probably make this call.
Well, it's nearly all of Helppi's chips as well.
Right. And this is like one of the first hands that Ian really didn't take his time and think. You know, not that he would have made a different decision, but he's got to at least consider his options.
All 4 9s are out.
Wow.
And Helppi's gone all in.
What a decision this is going to be for the Fish here.
For a long time now.
2 people all in before him, holding 2 9s, looks like a piece of toilet paper.
Fold this in and get up in the points, maybe.
Wow, the Devilfish.
How much has he got, please? How much have they both got?
That's 130. There.
Yeah. Now I like this. I like this move by the Devilfish. You know, sitting back, taking a moment. You know, a lot of players, myself included, sometimes just act too quickly. He's can assess the situation and make an educated decision.
Wow. So either lose one or the other one's got 9,000 left, and I finally find a hand.
Well, it's very tricky because the Devilfish, of course, guarantees himself 3 points pretty much if he folds. But he really needs that 6.
I was going to call you like a shot, Mr. Fraser.
He does. If he could make this call,
probably
be huge for him. But all logic tells him to fold because, you know, he's got to move in under the gun and already now a pretty quick call. Logic tells him that his hand is beat. Meanwhile, he's got them both dominated.
He says he's certain he's got the best hand.
Anything can happen.
This is a decision that's going to affect the whole ranking system. Not only of him, but the other players. He's right to take his time and make a careful evaluation here.
I think he's sussed this out pretty well. It's just
if it was a normal tournament, I'd probably call, but it's not, is it?
It's a question.
Points, anyway.
What does he want to do strategically?
Well, right now he wants to move up in points. That's why he's probably going to
Fold.
fold. Yeah, he does. And he's going to be sick. He is going to be absolutely sick when he sees these hands being
Stayed
turned
out
up.
of it now. I'd let you two go. Would have gone to war, wouldn't you?
That's what Ian's saying.
Pair of nines for me.
Wow.
Look at this. Look at this. Unbelievable. Well, anyway, still evens. Ace queen against my 2 nines.
What did you have? Club.
I had 2 nines. I can't improve. So I mean, it's ace queen against 2 nines. I mean, it's even money. I was getting 2 to 1 on my money. That's
Ace
the thing.
queen.
Jacks would be nice.
It's a great spot for Helppi
I
right
would have
now.
liked it though. I would have liked it 2 to 1 and even money chance. But I think I made the right move in that situation, right?
Fraser all in.
There it is. Look, the fish knew, baby.
Unbelievable.
And that is not good news for Juha.
No, Fraser vaults out into the lead.
You was dead to a queen for us. You're a little bit lucky, son. I shouldn't say that for a little bit. But
4 on the turn. Juha Helppi looking for an ace. An ace from space. It's a king.
And I think Juha's going to have about enough
Watching, Phil.
for a
the
bacon
fish
buddy.
fall, Ann?
But
A bacon buddy. What's that?
Is that a good fold, mate?
it's not an expensive sandwich.
What a good fold I made, eh? I would have been in such good shape and got done again.
That's all Helppi's got left. They're going to be in pretty soon, and nobody is going to want to make a mistake before Juha's 7,000 get into play.
Yeah, but he already did, so
Or 9,000, in fact. And KJ, he's looking likely to get only 2 points here.
Yeah, it's looking like that very clearly, and it's been an emotional ride. You can see even for the robot is showing some emotion. It's been up and down for each one of these players.
Devilfish on the button. And the fish has gone all in, given protection.
Wow! Ian Fraser wakes up with 2 queens. Unbelievable.
Well,
turn of events here, and Helppi with ace-7. Oh my goodness, the hinges have come off the door.
Well, the situation for the fish is, I mean, if Helppi beats him, and if Fraser wins and Helppi was to come second place, for instance, the fish would only get 2 points.
This is, oh my goodness, it's, I mean, this is just incredible.
Oh, no, not a king for the fish.
A king for the fish.
Fish was hanging off in
King
space there.
fish.
Oh, wait, don't shout too loud yet.
Because
Let me get the train back together quick.
He's had a lot of, unlucky things
Took the
happen
wheels
to
out.
him. He's thinking, maybe this is my time now, but there's still 2 cards to come. Can the kingfish hold on? We go to the turn.
Hang on, he's still in there. He's still got plenty of chips.
the fish in a massive gamble here.
Absolutely. Helppi needing an ace to stave off elimination.
And a queen would knock both these players out.
Yeah, Ian
although
with
Helppi would get the 2 points.
Right. Ian Fraser, the queen, would knock both of them out. It's a deuce. The fish triples. Almost. Well, not quite triples up because Juha only had 9,000. He's out in 4th place.
2 points for Juha. The fish taking a razor to the razor stack, and that'll bring Helppi up to about 20 points. He'll still be second in the table.
I'm really happy that I took Roland out. He's in a bad shape now, and he was one of my strongest opponents, so if he's not in the final and I am, that's a good thing for me.
Devilfish currently sits with 8 points.
The hook's for Fraser. And the fish has an action hand. He's in trouble against the jacks, though. If he moves here, he's going to be a gone pecan.
Well, he calls.
Let's go. This is good for you. You like this, huh?
This has not been a hand that's done bode well for him so far tonight.
It's a big pot already, 120,000.
Check dark.
He's checked dark.
Wow.
Check.
Oh, and he's flopped a set. He's flopped a set.
The fish will be drawn dead to a king.
How much you got for us?
This could be the end of the fish. Is he going to move in? Is he going to take the free card?
Wow. It's a tough flop for him as well because there's an ace out there. But he does have the additional draws to the straight with the king would make him Broadway.
100 and a bit.
100 and a bit, huh?
Devilfish trying to get a read of strength. Why did Ian check dark? Devilfish trying to figure out what it means. Along with 7.8 million others.
I don't want to slow play you, buddy.
Wow. A quick call, obviously, by Ian Fraser.
There, right? Oh, 3 jacks, is that all? Is that all you got? And I had a jack here, you found the case jack. Put a king there, baby. Wow.
It's Fraser all in, but leading severely. The fish has got a few scatterings left.
One time.
And he needs a king.
A king or running diamonds for the fish the turn.
Diamond,
it's a 7 of diamonds. That brings the flush draw into play. Any king, any diamond.
Diamond or a king, baby.
We go the river.
I must be due a bit of luck in this tournament.
He'll be left with only just a few chips left.
No chance.
If a blank falls, it does. It's a 6. He will not be eliminated, but he will be on fumes.
You are definitely blessed.
And he will be fuming as well.
Huge turn of events.
I wonder how many times the Devilfish has used sickening in this series of tournaments. Quite a few.
They're just too lucky for me, these boys. I'll tell you that. I got no shot.
Looking at the pie, the fish talking like he's out, but 37,000, well, things can happen.
We sure can. Devilfish bemoaning his fate.
Anyway, I love you. It's fine. It's cool. We're cool.
Small blinder.
Me and your pals, and good luck to you. I don't care anymore. It's bullshit.
10 and 20 out there. Big
Look at
hands.
this now. This is going to continue the fumes from the Devilfish as Fraser wakes up with ace-king.
It's big raise he just made.
Yeah.
Big raise. All in.
All in.
Devilfish selects to
get
throw it all in with the small blind. And look at this. Kirill now with 2 7s.
He could win it right here.
Wow. Very interesting development here for Kirill.
Strategically, it just would not be smart as far as the league tables go. Basically,
well, not exactly, because remember, if Kirill and the Devilfish go out in the same hand, Kirill starts with more chips, he would actually get second place here.
That's true.
So he might elect to gamble here if he can figure that out.
That's very true.
You know, because heads up, he's going to be heads up anyway, and if you catch a pair against your opponent, that's really huge.
Stay there, baby. What?
If Kirill can figure this out and make this call, you know, it would be a big swing here.
It's very, very interesting situation.
Can you put your cards in the glass, please?
No.
It's a lot of strategy.
Yes.
Gerasimov has passed. He's decided he'll chance Fraser's hand.
You got 2 of my cans. Okay, let's get lucky with it. We got the Phil Elmoff hand here, baby. See if I can flop the joint.
Devilfish has got the 5-7.
Flop the joint.
It's not going to be playing very well.
I'm happy with the 5. Should come ace king on the flop.
Well,
the way it's going.
Will the Devilfish make a pair and remain seated, or will he be off and running, mumbling, bumbling, and stumbling to the green room? To the flop we go.
Diamonds. Look at that.
He does flop a pair, but
Found
so
the 5 and the filthy ace king.
does Ian Fraser.
He folded a 7, right? Guess I need a 6 next card.
He's drawn a little thin. It
It's
is
a
true.
deuce. A 3 would split the pot.
1 7, 2 5s.
Or a 3. Otherwise, he's out. It's a 9. That's it. We lose the Devilfish in 3rd place.
Yeah, 3 points for Elliott. He's going to have 11 in the league tables, and he'll just have to wait to see when his next match starts how mathematically, what the possibilities of him staying in this Premier League are. But we're head up.
Bad beat's a bad beat. It doesn't matter who it's off, right? You know, it's like saying, you know, if somebody shoots you, it doesn't matter if it's a friend or an enemy. I mean, it's one of them things, you know, you're going to go down.
And the chip leader, the Razor Ian Fraser, The Feast or Famine man, should he win here tonight, he will go up to joint 5th, but with a match in hand. He's the only one who has a chance to catch Helmuth.
I think a win by either player here will vault them into a guaranteed seat, at least into the semis, as we look at the head-to-head. Ian Fraser beginning the heads-up with a dominant chip lead.
This is really going to shake up the leaderboard. The two guys who need points the most are going to get them. The silent Russian against the cheeky Cockney. Wow, look at that. Gerasimov.
Cool.
Call from Fraser. He caught him with the ace.
Sure did.
In some ways, Ian, you could say that these two players have been sort of the revelation of the second half of this Premier League. They were both low table, and they've really come on fire.
They really have.
But it is Gerasimov all in here.
Ace 6-3. Nearly dead, but running hearts would do it. Or running straight. There is one heart. Does he have the heart?
Pressure.
Does the Russian have the heart to take the pot away from Ian Fraser?
Thanks, man.
Nope, it's a helpless 5. That's it. Ian Fraser wins the heat and 8 points.
Looking at the leaderboard, Phil Helmuth owns this so far, but Ian Fraser now with his win or bust strategy could mathematically catch him. A great day for Kirill Gerasimov. It's starting to look like Kirill might be in there at the final. Not a great day for that Devilfish. He really needed more than the 3rd place finish, but at least it looks like he'll be master of his own destiny. A top 2 finish in his last match should take him through, which is more than you can say for Roland to Wolfe, who's down to a small miracle. 3 matches to go, and next time Phil Helmuth will be in action again, trying to make it a lucky 5. For the others, it's all to play for.
I need a win like a dead man needs a coffin.